So Anaheim will get the first possession. Here's Jerome, and he jams it with authority.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Pass to DiVincenzo. From the line. Second shot opportunity. And Stoudemire missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Collison, no good. Starks with it. All sorts of time. Montreal again missing.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
And out of bounds is Anaheim gains possession.
Team basketball. Substitution on the court.
Pass to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by Anaheim. The shot's good.
Edwards plays with such ferocity.
They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
High post, Stoudemire. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Home team basketball.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Anaheim. To the middle. Here's Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
From Giannis.
Edwards got his second basket.
And that's the beauty of Giannis. Always been a willing passer and can find the open man once the D focuses in on him.
Here's DiVincenzo. And off the glass. That one's good.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be...
Edwards with the dunk of the night.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities throwing game by game.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Excellent pass from Mitchell. His teammates are so fortunate to have a guy to make them better.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Jerome. Oh, and then one, no question, powered it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
The offensive rebound. Second chance effort. And it's out of bounds to Montreal. They'll retain possession.
Into the lineup for your home team, Nick Collison.
51 seconds left in the first half of the game. 6 to shoot. Here's Starks. Rejected by Collison. Down low. And he drives in.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Top of the key. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Here's Anaheim. They're on a 14-6 run. And it's Artest missing. Montreal trails by 8. They get a hand on it. Fast break Anaheim. On up the court. Collison, no good. Pass to Starks. Lets it go with the 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And the first half is now in the books. Anaheim on top, leading by 8. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Isaac outside.
John Starks.
Here's Anaheim. They've led by as much as 10. And the rejection by Stoudemire.
And I love the effort on defense from Stoudemire. More than capable of coming up with a big-time block on that play.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Hachimura. DiVincenzo with it.
Dante DiVincenzo. Three-pointer.
And it's Anaheim with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Inside. And here is Smith. And it's a great finish.
Oh, my.
Pass to Isaac. On the wing, DiVincenzo. To Isaac. Stoudemire, right side. Just 5 to shoot.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
14 fouls. John Starks. First personal foul.
That free throw missing.
Wow, what did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And here's Montreal. Starks outside.
doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet. Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Pass to Isaac.
25. Rui Hachimura. First personal foul.
And he makes the first.
Shooting for the away team, Jonathan Isaac.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw.
And there's the call on Ty Jerome.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Yeah, way to stand your ground. Had his feet set, took the hit, and got the call. That is a rugged defensive play.
Team foul. Donovan Mitchell. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the
First one falls for him.
John starts. 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Starks. Here's Jerome.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Stoudemire outside. Back to Starks. Get that out of here. Stoudemire inside. And now the fast break. Hachimura with the ball. Pass to Jerome. Back to Hachimura. Isaac with the steal. Stoudemire with the ball. And Hachimura picks him up defensively.
Assist from...
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Anaheim. They've led by as much as 10. Now Starks. Isaac outside. Back to Starks. It's stolen by Hachimura. Mitchell outside. To the inside. Some nice ball movement by Anaheim.
3 points. Ty Jerome.
Now, here is Starks. On the wing, Isaac. Stoudemire trying to break free.
Assisted by John Starks.
Here's Jerome. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Collison. Starks with it. Isaac outside. And out of bounds as Anaheim gains possession.
Home team basketball.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Hachimura. Isaac with the steal.
Jonathan Isaac.
To the paint. And here's Montreal. It's a 5-point game. And out of bounds as Anaheim gains possession. And here Starks. Pass to Davison. Stolen by Artest. Here's Jerome.
Ty Jerome. Defensive foul Dante DiVincenzo. First personal foul. Second.
And so it's Montreal now. Isaac outside. Back to Starks.
John Starks.
Here's Anaheim. They're on a 14-6 run.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First personal foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for two.
He hits both from the stripe. Now DiVincenzo. Starks outside. And it's sent back by Mitchell.
And watching Mitchell there, he was just sitting on that one.
So it's Anaheim picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge by being here and play with just a little more confidence.
Thank you
than their
all
opponent.
for
And
coming
that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.
Join us again soon.
And we'll see you next time. Atlanta to start out. Outside Curry. Oubre, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Starks outside.
And how about the play by Stoudemire? Gets the defense off balance and able to draw the foul with the shot.
Montreal shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for the away team, Stoudemire.
So he gets them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Tatum. Launches it. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Now, here is Starks. To the middle. Unloads. And the rejection by Tatum.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama, helping him knock away that one.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort. You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
And there it is for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He will gladly take those.
Here's Curry. After Jonathan Isaac's bucket. Second chance shot. And Giannis with the layup.
Yeah, boy, the length of Giannis to get to the miss, and then the offensive ability to do damage afterward.
And stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Oubre. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Isaac outside. They get a hand on it. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Curry with the three. Rebounded by Isaac. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for Montreal. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Here's Atlanta now. Trailing by 2. Oubre, good.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Here's Curry. Lets the three fly. Another three for Atlanta.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Now, here is Starks. Stoudemire, right side. Shot clock at 6. With the fadeaway. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Here's Wembanyama. Misses, and he wants that one back. Pass to Davison. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
Home team ball.
Here's Atlanta. They've scored 10 straight. Oubre for three. It's rebounded by Montreal. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Stoudemire slams it in.
Assist goes to.
And Stoudemire, a dunking machine out there. Remarkable at getting the position he needs to bring that one home.
Montreal trails by 5. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Montreal shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
John Starks. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Starks. And both free throws good for Starks. Oubre outside. Up in time. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer.
How about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break. Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And we've reached halftime in this one. It's Atlanta up 6. We've got more in store for you right after this.
John Starks.
Oubre outside. Outside Curry.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Davison. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Oubre outside. Starks. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Oh, offense break for Atlanta. Here's Oubre. Here's Starks. Pass to Davison.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Isaac outside. And it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball. Wembanyama high post.
Jason Tatum with the assist.
And here's Montreal. It's a 13-point game. Back to Starks. Isaac down low.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
To the inside.
Wembanyama. Yes, with the assist.
Here's Davison. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Home team ball.
Another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind. you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Six on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Home team ball.
And here's Montreal. Pass to Davison. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre.
That's his
That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And he needs to get himself under control here. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
Stoudemire with the ball. Now defended by Oubre.
And this is where Stoudemire inflicts so much damage, and it's why he gets fouled
Second
so
team
often.
foul. At the line for the away team.
Free throw good, Stoudemire.
Stoudemire. 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Oubre outside. Starts with it. Pass to DiVincenzo. Down low. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And here Starks. And here is Stoudemire. Trying to get open is DiVincenzo.
Stoudemire. The assist. Jonathan Isaac.
Now here's Tatum. Takes it inside. Here Starks. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his
And you can
first
see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for Montreal. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here's Isaac. Now Wembanyama. Here's Isaac. Starks with it. And here's Oubre. Curry on the wing.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Atlanta with the ball. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Outside Curry.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Now Wembanyama. Inside. Now here's Isaac. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here Starks. Curry with the steal. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone. Tip-off goes to Montreal. Starks outside. Pass to Isaac. And he banks in the lane.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Starks. And the layup falls.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Ryan. No good from outside. And here's Montreal. Pass to Davison. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Ball goes to Houston.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Here's Ryan. Jacks up a three. Drills the three-pointer. Ryan's got 9.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at this.
It's DiVincenzo, top of the key. Back to Stoudemire. Over Hollins. Hollins with the block. Here's Ryan. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Assist from
11 points in the game. Now, here is Starks. Isaac outside. Six to shoot. From deep three-point land. And Hollins pulls it down.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
AGA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
team foul.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Houston leading by 4. To the middle. Kawhi puts it down hard.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Isaac outside. .54 seconds left in the first half. John Starks on the wing. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And so Lillard will bring it up for Houston. 4-point game. That one good for 2. Ryan's got 13.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one together.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay. And he has
has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
And stolen by Lewis. And the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back. .24 seconds left here in the first half of basketball. And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
And Stoudemire, just excellent timing on these alley-oops. It has that great connection with his teammates. Lob it up, and he'll take care of the rest.
Starks outside. Lets it go from 11. And it's blocked by Hollins. They retain possession.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And that does it for the first half of play. Houston on top. They lead by... And here's Houston. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
Matt Ryan. 3 points.
Here's Starks. Isaac outside. Back to Starks. Lock at 6.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Ryan Hollins.
And here's Montreal. And here's Starks. Takes it inside. Now Lillard. Pass to Ryan.
Kawhi Leonard.
Here's Starks. Isaac down low.
And this is where Stoudemire inflicts so much damage. And it's why he gets fouled so often.
At the line,
Free throw drops for Stoudemire.
Stoudemire. 2 shots.
And Stoudemire drops them both. And it's Houston's ball. Outside Leonard. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for Montreal. It's a 10-point game.
Houston foul.
And Bruzelis gets the whistle that time.
First personal
That's
foul.
his first foul.
Second team foul.
And stolen by Lillard.
Well, that's what you want to do, but he didn't have the angle to get the pass in there.
Hollins with it. Now Stoudemire defending.
Damian Lillard.
Starks with it. Lillard left side. Hollins inside.
Damian Lillard. 3 points.
Now here is Starks. On the wing, Isaac. And so here is Houston. Pass to Hollins. Isaac with the steal. John Starks on the wing. And it's out of bounds to Montreal. They'll retain possession.
Still Montreal ball.
Houston on D. Stoudemire inside.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
And here's Montreal.
Houston foul. Kawhi Leonard. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Montreal, Dante DiVincenzo. Taking 2 shots.
The throw drops for DiVincenzo. And so DiVincenzo nails both of them.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line. Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
And the rejection by Leonard. Here's Lillard. Pass to Ryan. And here's Montreal. 9-point game. Inside. Out of hand on it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break.
Ryan. Assisted. Matas Buzelis.
Now Starks. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Buzelis. Down low.
Matas Buzelis. The assist. Ryan.
Starks with it.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Pass to Buzelis. Houston moving the ball around. Lillard outside. And here's Leonard. Here's Hollins. Running by Stoudemire. Leonard the bounce pass. 2 on the clock. And here's Montreal. Now here's DiVincenzo.
Made basket by Jonathan Isaac.
Here is Lillard to the left wing. Starks with the steal. Pass to Stoudemire. To the inside.
Ryan Hollins. Assisted by Matas Buzelis.
Now Starks. Now DiVincenzo.
Dante DiVincenzo.
Lillard left side. Here's Ryan. Isaac with the ball. Starks outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
Fourth team foul.
Isaac outside. It's stolen by Buzelis.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
Montreal foul. Dante DiVincenzo.
So we see Houston taking the W here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
That's the end of the game.
The mental toughness that this group showed.
Thanks
They
again,
were
Coach
never
Marcus,
rattled
supporting your
at all by
basketball
the
team.
opposing fans.
Drive home
Thank
safely
you for
and see
joining us.
again
That'll
soon.
do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Pass to Spates. Lets the three fly. Sigma, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Bogut slams it in.
And at 7 feet tall, Bogut, an absolute threat to finish above the rim, especially when he's got that kind of position.
Maurice Spates.
And Spates gets it to go.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Here's Blue. Again, Montreal scores.
Lou knows how to get to a spot. Really smooth in how he operates.
Here's Vujicic from outside off the mark. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up.
Jonathan Isaac.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Berry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. At the 2 and 3, it's Brown and Barrett. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. And it's Quickly in at the 1. And for Montreal, and it's Brown in a 2-guard. And so off the tip, it's the Raptors. Now here's Pirtle. Left side Barrett. Here's Brown. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
And it's Montreal's ball. And a homecoming of sorts for RJ Barrett last season after being traded to his hometown Raptors.
Yeah, he's played well in Toronto. You wonder if the offseason helps him settle into where it is that he knows he's going to start this year. I really like his three-point shooting. That has been much improved in that Raptor uniform.
Here's Brown. Rebound, Montreal. Here's Heinsohn. Pass to White. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
White with a steal. Here's Parrish. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense. A quick move to the bucket. And you get the lay-in.
Here's Brown. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Brown's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Raptors ball.
Here's Toronto with the ball. To the inside. Shireman grabs the board. Uses the glass on the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Pass to Brown. All sorts of time. And it's in. Off the glass. Brown's got 6 points.
And quickly, not just a scorer, he's also solid at finding teammates.
Here's Shireman. Back to White. Here's Shireman, guarded by Barrett. Shot clock at 5. Here's Shireman. Pure from three-point range. He's got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Oh, nice shot by Brown.
Really heads up there. He played where you locate the best open pass, and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Here's Shireman, guarded by Barrett. White on the wing. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Toronto trails by 5. And Toronto calls time here.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. The 3 is up. Rebound, Montreal.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Raptors ball.
Toronto trails by 5. Down low. Here's Dick. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score. There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Right side Dick. No one near him. Parrish with a rebound.
Let's be honest. That's not a shot he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
Count the basket.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
White's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Here's Dick. Misses the 3. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Toronto making a switch here. Fernando's checked in. Toronto trails by 7. Outside Dick. The 3. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
White looking it over. Soft touch off the glass. White's got 8 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Montreal on top, up by 6. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Montreal.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Well, in the early goings, the mid-range shot has also been working well for them. They've been racking up some points off of those jumpers, and those are probably being invited.
So for the Raptors right now, Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Walter out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Fernando in at the 5, roaming the paint. White on the wing. Over quickly. White can't hit.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's quickly. No points yet. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
Pass to Heinsohn. Shoots over Barnes. And Heinsohn gets it to go.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Toronto trails by 6. And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickly's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
That one drops for him.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
And Toronto calls time here.
Bruce Brown.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. White against Quickly. Tipped away. Here's Heinsohn. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
Quickly against White. Brent, we've seen Quickly step up as a team leader since he came into the league.
He's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very beginning. It's taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general.
First one falls for him.
Really known as a microwave scorer, Quickly's fearlessness is what allows him to really get cooking.
Quickly drops them both. Montreal leading by 8. Pass to Shireman. Here's White. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Brown. Montreal getting their last shot to go. And yep, it's good.
And Olynyk doing a nice job just keeping the symmetry out there.
White, the pass to Brown. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Turtles checked in for Toronto. Mitchell comes in for Quickly.
Davion Mitchell.
And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. Trailing by 8. Here's Brown. There's the block. Here's Heinsohn driving in. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And the jam by Brown.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And so here's Montreal. Toronto making their last shot.
2 minutes.
Clock at 6. Mitchell against White. Jacks up a 3. And Montreal hits again from deep.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Back to Brown. Rebound Montreal. Heinsohn's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the basket by Shireman. Shireman's got 9 points.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And Toronto calls time here.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
changes for Toronto. Boucher's checked in for Barnes. Abaji comes in for Barrett. And it's Dick in for Brown. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Mitchell, the pass to Abaji. To the paint. Dick gets the bucket. He has 7.
Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Raptors ball.
Fernando's checked in for Pirtle.
Bruno Fernando.
Toronto trails by 11. Outside Mitchell. White with the steal. In transition. And Heinsohn gets it to go. Heinsohn's got 12.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points. And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
Man, good whistle there.
These are his first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Dick. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. "20 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Parrish. Shot clock at 6. Shot is up. Montreal again missing.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. Montreal on top. They lead by 13. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And it's Parrish in at the force line. Back to White. Pass to Parrish. Up and in on the layup. Parrish has got his second basket.
You know, you just love to start the second half this way. What a play call.
Halftime talks can go all over the board, but right there coming out, that's the way you want to start the half. Be aggressive.
And for the Raptors, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. At the 2 and 3, it's Brown and Barrett. And it's quickly in at the point. Toronto shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Shooting 2.
That free throw misses. And he sinks the second. Montreal leading by 14. And it's Shireman in at the 3 spot. White with it. 15 points in the game. Here's Shireman. 5 to shoot. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. So for the Raptors right now. At the 2 and 3, it's Brown and Barrett. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. And it's quickly in at the 1. And it's Montreal's ball. In the second half, they've only given up 1 basket coming on the free throw. And stolen by Barrett. Fast break. Here we go. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. The shot no good. Heinsohn passes to White. Outside, Brown. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Raptors ball.
Some changes for Toronto. Olenix checked in for Pirtle. And Temple is subbed in for Brown. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. It's a 16-point game. And that one's good. Temple.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Outside White. Pass to Parrish. Here's Heinsohn. He's guarded by Barnes. Heinsohn passes to Parrish. Just 5 to shoot.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Toronto trails by 16. And Toronto calls time here.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it and make the adjustment.
Here's Barnes. Still without a bucket. And it's Temple missing. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. White, the pass to Parrish. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's Heinsohn, and that one is stuffed right through.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Barnes. Montreal getting their last shot to go. And that one drops for him. Temple's gotten 4 this quarter.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Pass to Shireman. Third quarter action is just under 3.5 minutes have passed. 6 to shoot, and stolen by Barrett. Here's Temple. Hey, from beyond the arc. Shireman grabs the board. And the foul called on Emmanuel quickly. That's his first foul of the game. Some changes for Toronto. Abaji's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Walter comes in for Barrett. And Mitchell subbed in for Quickly.
Davion Mitchell.
A minute 15 left in the third quarter. Here's Parrish. There's the drive. And he comes up with a bucket. Parrish has got 8 points.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen, shed the defense, quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Mitchell against White. Pass to Temple. Three-pointer. Rebound Montreal. 44 seconds left in the third. And that one's good. Parrish.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Here's Mitchell. And he banks in the layup. Mitchell's got his first bucket in this one.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he gets the bucket. Parrish has got 10 points now, just in this quarter. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Raptors. Pass to Temple from deep. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Montreal continuing to pile it on. Up 22 as we head to the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And it's White in at the point. Left side, Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. Pass to Shireman. Here's Parrish. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
First team foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from Montreal?
I mean, they've been sinking shots from mid-range, and they found a gap there in the defense, and they just continue to exploit it.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. And here's Quickly.
Montreal foul call. Robert Parrish. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And so here is Toronto. Here's Brown. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. In transition, here they come. Here's White. Pass to Heinsohn. Rebound Toronto. Quickly deciding where to go with it. And here's Brown. Parrish Parrish with a rebound. Parrish has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Shireman. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Here's Brown. Got a piece of it. And he stays with it. In transition, here they come. Pushing it up now. And Heinsohn gets it to go.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Shireman. And Grady Dick gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Some changes for Toronto. Barnes comes in for Boucher, and it's R.J. Barrett in for Dick. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the 4th. Pass to Heinsohn. And the layup is good. Heinsohn's got 4 points in the quarter.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Quickly passes to Brown. Sends it home from three-point land. Brown's got 20. Montreal leading by 23. Pass to Parrish. To the wing on the left. Here's Shireman, guarded by Barrett. And the basket by Shireman.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Parrish. Six on the shot clock. Shoots a fadeaway. And Montreal hits again from deep.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Brown's got 12 points in just the second half. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Montreal. A minute 22 left in the game. Here's Parrish. Doesn't go that time. Pirtle with some nice D. Quickly against White to the middle. Here's Brown. Parrish with a rebound.
Got to appreciate the aggressive defense he brings.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Brown. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Toronto with the ball. Inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Parrish. Pass to Shireman. White with it. Checked by Mitchell. Here's Parrish. Now White. 4 on the clock. And that one's good.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
And so here is Toronto. Now Mitchell. Here's Temple. Off target at the rim. Mitchell against White. And so it's Montreal with the W. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it, too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. So long, everybody. All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. Now let's check out our starters for Montreal. And for the Rockets, Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Dylan Brooks is out there with Amin Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the 5, roaming the paint. Rockets off the tip. And here's Van Vliet. Here's Brooks. It's rebounded by Heinsohn.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
It's Brown on the wing. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And it's Houston's ball. It's a three-point game. Van Vliet against White. And the basket by Van Vliet.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket. Always ready to take it inside.
And here's Brown for three. Another miss by Brown.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Green. Lays it up and banks it in.
He's taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Yep, that one goes. Howell's got his first points of the game.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Brooks. And that comes off the assist by Green.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Brown against Van Vliet. Can't connect from 14. Here's Shireman, guarded by Van Vliet. Pass to Howe. Lets the three fly, and Montreal hits again from deep.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time. Here's Green, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. So far, proving he can score in this league. Green drawing more attention from the defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first.
Two shots.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Here's Howell. And Montreal hits again from deep.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Here's Green. That one is off. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Montreal on top. They're up by 3. And we'll be back.
Visiting team 11.
On the court right now for Montreal. And the basket by Shireman.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
And it's Houston's ball, trailing by 5. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. There's 47 seconds left in the second half. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Green. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. Van Vliet outside. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by White. Montreal leading by 5. Here's Shireman. And that one is hammered home.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Here's Van Vliet. And the shot goes in. Van Vliet's gotten his second bucket.
Ooh, shaking them out of their shoes. Van Vliet with the moves.
It's good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on film.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. And Houston will go for a different look here. Adams checked in for Alper and Şengün. Smith comes in for Brooks. Whitmore's checked in for Green. And it's Shepard in for Fred VanVleet. There's 49 seconds left in the second half. Smith outside. The three is up. And it's in. And now they trail by just 4.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams.
Awaiting ball.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Thompson. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 39 seconds left here in the second half of the game. And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by Houston.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Got a hand on it. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
You want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
He scored over 50% of his team points. So, yeah, it's obvious that he's the pick. The defense has tried to slow him down, but nothing has worked. He has just owned them tonight. This type of dominant performance is going to be talked about for a long time.
And an intentional foul right there.
Alfred Shindu. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the away team, Bailey Howell taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Brooks outside. Houston with another miss. Here's Howell, and out of bounds. Houston will have it.
Team ball. Substitution on the court.
And so it's Montreal with the W. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to get.
You joined us for tonight's game. We hope you have a safe trip.
If you sending me selfies, I gotta be joining. Too many times I told these stop playing with me. I don't want to hear no opinions from people who still got dreams of making it big. I don't really care about what you would do if you had this bread and the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. Wait, I've been waiting on this. Devil in the booth, I'm sitting on this. Don't touch the stove, I'm baking on this. I'm Freddie, I'm Mike, I'm Chucky, I'm Jason on this. You shaking on this, got something for hating on this. I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this. Not now. I've been waiting on this.
You know, I love games with high scoring outputs.
Yeah, we all know that. But do you know who had the highest scoring single game of the 2024-25 regular season? Who scored?
What better for a Tuesday evening than a little NBA action on 2K Sports? We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Utah Jazz. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. So here are the Jazz starting five. We've got Avdia, and it's Mobo in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for the Nets, Chet Holmgren out there with a Kongwu. Then there's Nikola Jokic, and it's Robinson in at shooting guard. And I think we know exactly what kind of game this is going to be, RJ.
Yeah, you don't expect a lot of offense on the interior. These teams take a high volume of threes, and they make a high volume as well.
And the tip belongs to the Jazz. Here's Maravich. Robinson defending. Fires it. They get it back. Stayed with it, but couldn't get it to fall. And here are the Nets now. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
Pass to Carter. Fires the three. Maravich with the bucket.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Gilliard. Here's Robinson. And we're about a minute into the first. Clock at 6. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Jazz basketball.
The Jazz have gone 1 for 3 so far. Parker passes to Maravich. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Now Robinson. Maravich has gone 1 for 3 on the night. Clock at 2, and that one's good. Gilliard
starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Here's Maravich. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound and the putback.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it, just lightly tip it in. Pass to Jokic. Takes the 3, and again it's Brooklyn from deep.
I mean, with his three-point shooting, Jokic is able to draw opposing bigs out on the perimeter, and that opens up driving lanes for him and his teammates.
Here's Mobo. Great D that time from Holmgren.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there in situations like this. He stands tall to prevent points.
Let's look at the best shooting teams in the association. Number 1, the Nets.
The smart offensive moves this team makes helps them open up the floor and find great looks. That's how they've secured such an impressive shooting percentage.
Outside Carter. Pass to Mobo. Optia with it. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. To the middle. Here's Mobo. Holmgren with the block.
He times his blocks almost perfectly. Holmgren stands his ground and forces the shooter to commit first.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time. A full line change here for Brooklyn. Jazz trail by 3. Carter from outside. And Walton pulls it down.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Arenas with the bucket.
And how great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
Pass to Mobo. Out to the right wing. Here's Maravich. Off target from outside.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Here's the general. He's checked by Carter. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And the Jazz call time here. And Grant, sitting at the midway point of the season now, as a player, does it feel that way? Or does one half drag on more than the other?
You know, I'd say the back half can feel a little bit longer. Whether it's games of consequence that magnify things, or for teams lower down, maybe the season drags on at the end.
Let's hear it for the Brooklyn Nets.
Jazz trail by 5. To the inside. Mobo. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. That'll be a 5-second call.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
So it's Utah now. Ooh, a good look from Carter. And Walton pulls it down.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. As always, things getting interesting in the West. A look at the standings. You look at the Jazz, way down in the conference standings. Lots of ground to make up in the final half of the year. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 3-point game. Defeated by Washington in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
As they say, live by the 3, die by the 3. When you're too perimeter dependent, it's hard to maintain consistency game in and game out.
You would have liked to have seen them make some adjustments and attack the rim, but they just kept firing from distance and couldn't get much to fall.
Jazz trail by 3. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Parker, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Arenas passes to the general. Drains the triple.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Utah's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Parker outside. Pass to Mobo. Top of the key. Brooklyn with the board. Here's Weber. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
Yeah, it's really hard to maintain momentum on offense when you're turning the ball over like this.
Jazz trail by 6. Carter from outside. And they get it back.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And you think to yourself, this is not how you want to start a game. 3 turnovers already?
Utah with the ball. And here's Parker. No points so far. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Here's Weber. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
He's gotten a little too sloppy turning the ball over twice in the last 3 minutes. These mistakes can really start to add up.
From 20 feet. Carter can't get it to go.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
And Utah calls time here.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Outside Carter takes a 3. Rebound Brooklyn.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Here's the general. He's checked by Carter. Pass to the general. Stolen by Davis. To the paint. Let's go with a three. Brooklyn pulls it in. Weber's got 4 rebounds now. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
And this is the 4th time he's turned it over in the first quarter. Wow.
Jazz trail by 9. Now here's Davis. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Carter to snap the cold streak. Rebounded by the Nets. Weber's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's the general. And the Nets miss again. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Utah. Avdia can't get it to go. Halliburton with the steal. Avdia passes to Halliburton. Back to Avdia. The 3 ball. Utah gets it back. Carter goes up with it again. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Nails it from 3. And the Nets lead by 10.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Avdia passes to Carter. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a